Hello, hello. This is Arvell Craig, and I want to give you this introduction to some AI business development strategies and techniques. I'm not going to give much about my background. If you want to learn more about me, if you don't know me, just go to arvellcraig.com and definitely look for my AI strategy playbook on Amazon or on my website, and you can learn more about me and what I do. But let's get into today's topic. We want to talk about artificial intelligence and business development. And in this introduction, I want to give you two strategies, two plays, two contexts for techniques on improving your business development. Now, if you haven't heard me speak before, I will say the way I look at AI, I'm not just thinking about AI models like ChatGPT and Gemini and Claude. That is often not my focus because I'm not a prompt engineer. I know a lot about AI. Yes, I know a lot, but for most people, I don't think you need to be the best prompt engineer. Depending on what you're trying to do, you can find prompts, buy prompts. Sometimes, a lot of times, we're going to get more benefit and we're going to be able to streamline or accelerate our business use case by finding some kind of app, whether it's a legacy app like HubSpot or Salesforce, Adobe products that are adding AI into them, or some niche app that's brand new, that's relatively a couple months or a couple years old, that does a very specific thing. Think about like a Jasper, that's an email writer, like an Otter, which is or Fireflies that records audio when you're on a Zoom call, right? So we've got models to interact with AI. We've got apps, right? We got agents. Agents aren't here yet, but I am testing and trying. I know they're going to come soon. An agent is going to be like an AI model and an app built together that figures out the prompts itself and clicks and does everything it needs to on your computer to get the result. But we're not there yet. But I want to put it on my list because I know it's coming soon. And then lastly, there's no code solutions, no code apps, which are a way to create custom workflows. Zapier and Make are some of the ones that's been around for a long time, but there's new ones like Respell and Bardeen and was it Relevance? But there's tons of new no-code platforms. So for my purpose of this strategy, I want to talk about ChatGPT. I think you should always be using models, but you should also be looking into apps or no-code solutions that are going to have the APIs and integrations and ways that you can scale your strategy in a business environment as compared to a one-off manual use case. So let's get into what I want to do today. And I want to start with ChatGPT. We're talking about business development. That is, how do we begin to research and find people and come up with the messaging necessary to build our pipeline, to build our MQLs, our marketing qualified leads, or our SQLs, our sales qualified leads. What do we need to do? So I want to talk about ChatGPT, and let me quickly pull up the new ChatGPT app, and we can look into that. And I'll give you this simple strategy. And a lot of times when I'm teaching, I just want you to understand what's possible so that you can apply it in your own way. So I was thinking about what you can do is you can give ChatGPT a website. I'm going to use this website called adskills.com. And so, again, I could add more sexiness to my prompt, or I'm just going to start basic. Can you review this website? You can see here what I typed. Can you review this website? Give me some ideas to get the owner's attention and to attract them to do business with me. Maybe list some unique values or weaknesses that I could solve using AI, right? And so you're going to use this conversational way to talk to ChatGPT based upon your business, but you can drop in any website you can imagine and it will give you some ideas. So when I put in ad skills, it tells me, it gives me, it goes to the website itself. It researches the website. It understands what this company does, and it pulls out these three opportunities or three unique values that I could possibly use in my messaging with a AI spin to it. Because of course my business is around AI, sales, automations, and things like that. So it gave me this first list of ideas, and then I said, can you do any other research? Can you Google and maybe find some unique opportunities? So I'm asking ChatGPT to do more research. Now you can see here ChatGPT on its own researched 5 different websites to begin to get more information. And technically, these 5 sites were just subdomains within the AdSkills network. And so it provides more information here. The current state, what they're doing, opportunities, current opportunities. So again, it's good. I like the way it's giving me more details because I asked it to do more. And then it gives me the links to those sites, right? Then I was like, one thing you can do with ChatGPT's, I don't think it normally can't go to LinkedIn anymore because LinkedIn's permissions are turned off from allowing an AI to scrape or read their site. But what you can do, I will pull up, if you go to a site on LinkedIn, and though you can't put the URL into ChatGPT, what you can do is find a profile, go to more, and you can save as a PDF this entire person's profile. So that's what I did with Liana Ling, the owner of AdSkills. So going back into here, I said, can you review the LinkedIn of AdSkills owner and see if you can give me some better ideas to send her a message to do business with me? Okay. So now it reads the PDF that I uploaded, and it tells me this is a way to approach Liana Ling. Liana, given AdSkills' commitment to provide top-tier digital marketing education, I see a significant opportunity to leverage AI to personalize learning paths for your students. By using generative AI, we can tailor course content to the individual progress and learning styles, enhancing engagement and outcomes, right? So you see here, and it gives me 4 additional other strategies that I could use specifically based upon the company that we've already been looking into and based upon the LinkedIn profile of the owner. Okay. And then I said, can you find Liana Ling's email address? And it gives me an email address. First, I thought it was like searching or scraping the website, but then I realized that the email address was written right on the export of her LinkedIn profile. And I noticed they did link to her LinkedIn page here. I wonder if they are still scraping. And then I said, can you find any other emails for her? So no, it said no. So you see here, this is a good starting approach to manually begin to research a company based on a website. And you can research and get ideas based upon the owner. And then I can say, can you write a 30-word short email pitch to make her laugh and respond about having I'm not going to say doing business, right? The goal of my outreach is not to do business. I just want to get a response. I want to get a laugh and a response about having a virtual coffee with me. And again, there's a whole lot more details I could give. I didn't tell ChatGPT anything about me. Again, I said 30 words, so super short. Virtual coffee date. Fancy a virtual coffee date to chat about AI making our marketing lines easier. I promise to bring the laughs and innovative ideas. Okay, I'm going to ask for another one. Here's a short and humorous email pitch. Oh, I thought that was a subject line. Virtual coffee, the best brew you'll have today. How about a virtual coffee? I promise to bring AI insights and maybe a joke or two. Let's chat and brew some ideas together. I'll do one more. Virtual coffee. Let's share virtual coffee. Some AI laughs. Okay, let's say tell a joke about marketing and the future and am I really real? And is this email generated by AI or Arvel? Okay, hey Liana, let's share a virtual coffee and some AI laughs. Why did the marketer bring a ladder to the future to reach the top of the trends? And yes, this email is all me, not AI. Why did the marketer bring a ladder to the future to reach the top of the... It's not bad. I would actually use this as the first line, maybe even the subject line. Why did the marketer bring in ladder? Anyway, so that's a couple ideas of how I could come up with ideas to go straight into ChatGPT using websites and LinkedIn profiles and come up with some ideas. Okay, now the next thing I want to show you is let's use one other platform. I mentioned Respel. It's like a no-code platform. It's like a Make and a Zapier, but the unique thing about it is that it has the AI ChatGPT and all the other models built into it. You don't have to go somewhere else. You don't have to connect them. I don't have to ask it to do different things. It's just built into the solution. So I'm not going to teach all about Respel in here. And so what I'm going to use Respel. This is a free account. I'm not paying anything. And then number two, I'm going to use HubSpot, which can be done with a free HubSpot. So you can see here in Respel, there are templates that are already in here based upon your use case. Productivity, text, SEO. It can make some phone calls, some CRM updates, research, transcribe audio. So it's got all these specifically generative AI related use cases. And you can also look into its integrations, and you can also look into your roles, sales roles, marketing roles, operations, data, product, right? So I'm going to look into two of the templates that are built in here. If I go back here, where was that? Go into templates, role, think about sales. You can research prospects from Slack. I'm going to actually look into things with HubSpot. So let me show you two quick things with this. Research my HubSpot CRM via email. And so this takes about, a minute. So you can type an email address in here if it's in your HubSpot. And then you can have this AI do some background research, kind of like what we were doing via ChatGPT, putting in a website. But here we can just use an email address. So I'm going to use one of my friend Arrow, because I know it's in HubSpot versus the Liana one that it pulled up. Actually, I can see if it has it. We shall see if this. Yeah, again, she shouldn't be in my HubSpot. So it's probably not going to work. And it normally takes about a minute to do the research. Again, she's not in here, so it's not going to work. So I'm going to go, let me just make sure. Could this be in HubSpot? Nope, it's not. So I'm going to go with my friend Arrow, Ginissis, which I know he's in there. And so just based upon this email address, it's mainly going to do some research via Google search, Google News, and it's going to grab some information, and it's going to give a general overview about the individual, about their company, about things that they may need, and all those things. So, and actually, if you look into this, when you find a spell or a template within the system, it's going to have built in some features, all the workflow. As you saw, that was a template. So there's some things that are already built into it, which I can actually click on edit and show you a little bit more of how the template was created. But again, this template is in the platform. You don't have to do anything to use it. If you have HubSpot, this is a great simple use case. So you see here, we're going to it's built a research report on this individual, Errol Gorman, and his company, Genesis. And again, the context of what it's doing, it's already looking for AI related. That's kind of built into the template, which I'll show you in a minute. But main thing is that I understand the person. You see here, role, public statement, look for interviews, articles, understand the company, technical assessments, potential AI application, economic consideration. So all this research, it took about a minute to do based upon this individual. And so if I go into edit of this workflow that it created on its own, you can kind of see here, it's 4 steps. Email is input, go into HubSpot, combine the text, do some research, and then export a report. So there's these 5 steps. And if you look into this text combination, you can kind of look into the details, kind of like the prompt background. This is the prompt. Given the following information, build me a research report on what I would need to know about this person and their company to convince them to use AI for their day-to-day work, right? So that is the prompt. That is, you could say, default built into here. So based upon your business, you could take this template, but you'll want to edit the prompt so that it will be relevant for what you need. Okay, so that is a research my HubSpot CRM via email. Again, that's built into the system automatically. Go into history here. Don't know how to pull it up. Anyway, so that is that example. Now I want to show you one other example in here that it actually has some email templates built into it, which I think I remember talking to the company 6 months ago about this, and I don't know if they made it for me or not, but I'm going to claim they made it for me. But let me go into this. So again, if I go into templates, which you will have access to for free, go into research. What is in here? Actually, go into a sales row. Either way, you see here, company outbound sales emails. Similar to what we had. So now, arrow, https://ginisys.com. So it's not using the email address, it's just using the person's name and their website, Genesis. Okay, so again, imagine if you have any other type of databases of leads, you can use this. You can run this in bulk just by importing a CSV file with these 3 fields. Okay, so now if I run this spell or run this campaign, this workflow, it's going to do some research. It's going to take the company name, the person's name, the company domain. It's going to combine and transform things. It's going to go into HubSpot. It's actually creating a HubSpot company. And then it uses its research agent. The research agent is the generative AI, ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini based model. Again, these things are built into Respel. You don't have to go find anything to do it. And it's going to create 3 different emails based upon 3 different prompts or pain points or things like that. So here's are the 3 emails. Again, this took us 39 seconds from start to finish. Boost your financial transparency. Again, it's the prompt. The prompt is built into sell Respel versus sell, me or my company. So you want to edit that. Dear Mr. Gorman, I understand Genesis Group's need for enhanced financial performance visibility. Respel comes to mind. So you can see here that's the first email. Elevate Genesis Group's visibility. Spotting Genesis potential and software innovation. Anyway, so again, it's attract top talent. Again, that's the company's slogan, top talent. And again, it's giving you the general information, how it went about researching. And you can see here what were the pain points that it found based upon its research. And these pain points is what it used to come up with these 3 different emails. Now, if I were to go into the prompt in the system, see how did it come up with it. Again, I don't build these from scratch. Most of these in Respel are good enough just to get started. But you can see here, it's taking the input, connecting to HubSpot, combining text, doing research. You see research Google and Google News is how it's researching. And then based upon that research, it's coming out, it's exporting that information. And then it comes up with these 1, 2, 3 emails. Now, if I grab this first email here, let me zoom in a little bit for you. Again, the prompt here, it's using GPT-4 or Claude. Here is the prompt. So this is actually what it's doing. So if I were to say we are selling Arvell Craig an AI sales consultant that helps companies acquire qualified leads using AI on a performance basis or commission only campaigns, right? So now I change that. Think deeply and consider how Arvell can help the person, right? So now let me redo that email. This is what? This is email number 1. I'm going to publish this. I'm going to update this spell. And we're going to go back into it. And then only the email number 1 is going to be talking about requirement, https://ginnis.com, and then GINISS. Now this time, again, that first email has a different prompt where all those pain points and its research are going to be aligned with me and some of the things that I do, so that that customized email is going to be relevant for the services and the problems that I solve. So again, it took about, I think, 40 seconds the first time to run this. And again, you can run this in bulk. You can run this upon a trigger. Let's say you using Calendly to book meetings. Calendly, for booking meetings could be your trigger, and that could automatically start this campaign. The same thing with the other one I showed you previously, that research agent. The same thing could happen. You could trigger it with an appointment on your calendar. And that's actually something I'm going to be working on. So let's see. Now that we're done, email number 1, unraveling the Genesis Group's confusion with Arvell Craig. Hi, Arrow. Recognizing the challenge Genesis Group faces with brand recognition amid similar companies, our AI sales consultant, Arvell Craig, can redefine your digital presence. Arvell Craig crafts unique data-driven campaigns that differentiate you from other Genesis-named firms, leveraging AI for improved lead acquisition. Would you be interested in a quick discussion this week to explore how we can transform the confusion into clarity, securing your place in the market spotlight? And these other ones are all talking about Respel. So again, that is not bad, right? And again, the goal is to use these solutions to be automated, to happen without your time, and all you need to do, or your intern or somebody else on your team, just needs to tweak and spend 5 minutes editing some of these things. But when you have something like this working on your behalf, this is interesting. The ambiguity and the confusion of similar names. Genesis to Global Genesis Systems, Genesis Therapeutics could be confusing. That's interesting that it found that or felt that. So that's Respel. So again, to recap what we talked about, when you're using AI for business development or anything, yes, I like using AI models, frontier models, Gemini, Claude, Llama, Mistral, whatever you want to do. But again, I'm not a prompt engineer. And also, some of those systems are not always automated. They're not in a full workflow. So I like using other systems, whether apps that have built-in processes, workflows to make it automated, or using no-code solutions that, again, that also make the campaign more than a one-off execution, but can it be done on a daily basis? So anyway, this is our introduction to AI for business development. You want to learn more about me, go to arvellcraig.com or just hit me up, find my information. If you need some help using AI, specifically or on a sales and a closing and a lead generation context, often in a B2B situation, or if you're closing like, I don't know, one call closes, or you have like a lot of sales calls and you want to use AI to speed up the process. You want to use AI to respond to inbound leads, be a voice within 1 minute of all your leads coming in. People can talk to an AI, or an AI can do work on your behalf. Please hit me up. Let me know if I can help you to create some solutions. Most of our projects, I'm either going to refer you some software and you can work directly with the software vendor, or I can set up the solution for you, and the only charge would be on a rev share basis. Hope this helps you. Love to get some feedback, and create a great day. Bye.